fucking level, to be honest. Some of y'all dancing with the devil, to be honest. Y'all ain't even supposed to be here, but since we all here, let me tell you what's real, to be honest. Y'all ain't even.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, aka Sticky G Bird, and I'm chilling with my main man, my home dog, Clario G.
What up?
And of course, we got the one and only Cowboy Hippie. I call him the commish in the background. What's up, Cowboy Hippie?
What's up with it? What's up with it?
So I do want to say, yes, don't change your dial. Nothing is wrong with your screen. I am wearing a Dallas Stars hat right now.
Yes.
I am. And Clary, why am I wearing the Dallas Stars hat?
Because it's Game 6, baby, and you're our newest, biggest
6.
fan of the Dallas Stars organization. Let's go.
Woo, woo! So, Clary, help me out here. Obviously, you've been a Dallas Stars fan longer than I have. I'm kind of new to the gang. What is it? The gang green, if I should say.
Victory green. Victory green.
How did we get to this point right now? Who did we play the first round? I know the answer, but I want to hear from you. Who did we play for the first round, second round,
Don't ask me all these
semifinals?
crazy questions. I don't remember first round. No, listen. We are in Game 6 tonight, guys. Game 6. I'll start with that. We were down 3-1. We fought. We battled. We fought it to a 6th game. 3-2 sounds a lot better than 3-1. It looks like we have a chance. We've played the number 3 seed, the number 2 seed, the number 1 seed in the West, and now we're playing the number 1 overall seed from the East. So we have played every best team we could possibly play to this point, baby. And we're still in it. We're still kicking. We're still skating, guys. So for us to be in this position, it's fun. It's exciting. The underdog role is amazing, and the Stars have produced. So with that being said, man, I'm going with a 3-1 Stars victory tonight.
Oh, wow.
We're going to a Game 7, baby. Let's go, Stars.
I gotta tell you right now, Saturday, it had to have been the first hockey game that I saw from beginning to end. And the funny thing about it, it wasn't beginning to end. It was beginning to end and then end again and then end again. Because it was 2 overtimes. And I've never, I've watched like minor league hockey, but the energy that I saw on this one, on this game was just, it was awesome.
Yes.
It's like when they scored, it was like I scored.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling, and I love the fact that that they're moving on. Or now moving on to Game 6 tonight.
Yeah, it's the game is so. What's the word? In games like this, man, it's a bunch of chances and a little bit of luck, man. Some of these goals, man. So, you just want to put yourself in position to win. You want to get solid goaltending, which we've had. You want to get solid defensive play, which we've had, and then you want to stay out of the penalty box, man. And that's where the Stars have lost a couple of these games, that they spent too much time in the box. So if we can stay out of the box and keep 5 men on the ice, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win, man. I'm telling you, 3-1. I am telling you, 3-1. I'm calling it now, baby. Sagan is going to get one tonight.
So when I was watching the highlights of Game 5, they were talking about. The Stars was talking about when they had the first overtime, that they were basically playing not to lose. And then in the second overtime was when they said, "Hey, we got to turn the gears up, and we got to attack. We cannot just sit back and watch the game go. We got to sit back and attack," and which they did.
Well,
and oh man, it was.
What happens a lot in these game situations? Everybody's so tight. No one wants to make a mistake, so that's why they're playing more not to lose. They don't want to make that mistake. They don't want to take that chance. So you see a lot of that early on. But I think what I listened to a little bit about the coach today, they're gonna come out and play early. At least that's what they say. You can say a lot, in the locker room.
Right.
But man, we will see. We'll see what happens. God, I'm so excited, man. The only thing I'm not excited about is if there's a Game 7. because it's gonna be on a freaking Wednesday night, bro.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but you want that though. You want it on a
No.
Game 7.
I wish they would just delay it to like Saturday night, man, where we could just go balls to the wall, man, and just go buck wild, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
so we'll see, man. I will be excited, obviously, but it's just something about a Wednesday night, bro. I mean,
Right.
so
with the Stars, who is your favorite player?
okay, so I get this asked a lot, man. And for years watching the Stars, it's been Jamie Benn, and now it's kind of like a couple players. But let me tell you about Jamie Benn. He's not only the star, the captain of the team, and one of the best players. He also will fight, man. And you don't see many captains in the league that will drop the gloves and throw down. And if you're one of the teammates, when you see your captain drop his gloves and say, "Let's go," dude, that fires everybody up, dude. It fires. Imagine this. Imagine Daniel Jones throwing down instead of his lineman, dude. It gets everybody insane, bro.
Yep.
And Jamie Benn has been like that from the beginning. But now I got a soft spot for Heiskanen. He's our young defenseman. He's going to be a star. He's already a star. He's arguably one of the best defensemen in the league right now. Heiskanen, and I got a soft spot for Radulov. Rads, dude, he's the Russian on the team. He's old school. He's missing his teeth. He's your typical hockey player. He'll grind. He'll fight. He'll do whatever it takes to win. So I got a couple of guys on the team that I love. But overall, dude, I love this team's desire and will to win.
I got to say, for me, a couple years ago when I was actually in Denver, and I was a Nuggets fan, and I think the Avs were playing a game. They had the NHL experience, and in that, and it didn't kick off to like 9:00 or whatnot. And I know my son and we got there early, and there's a reason why I'm getting into great detail. We're sitting there in line, and I'm looking in the back, and I see the Stanley Cup. I see the Stanley Cup sitting there. I mean, glistening in the wind. I don't know if that's possible, but it was glistening. I know that for a fact. And so we're actually in line, and although I'm glad we got in line early, because we had to wait maybe 15, 20 minutes to touch. I think they call it Lord Stanley. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's Lord Stanley. Yes.
So now I was actually amazed. Like when you see this trophy, this huge hunk of metal, you would think that it's polished, it's pristine, it's in good condition. Oh no, this bad boy got dents in it. It got scratches in it, and I mean it's a legitimate traveling trophy. And what I didn't see, and these are the little things you don't see. I mean, especially when you see it on TV. I mean, and speaking of that, you're actually meeting a celebrity, the Stanley Cup,
right?
And they have the inscription or the engraving of each player of the team on that cup. And then the keeper of the cup, if you will, he explained to me how they remove a portion of it ever so often because they put a new plate on it. And then they take that plate that they removed and they put it in the Hall of Fame of hockey. Where is the Hall of Fame of hockey?
You know what, dude? I'm not even sure. I think it's in Canada somewhere, man. I'm not even sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll find out. And if it's in the States, we got to have a trip out there one time. We got to come out there and look at that. Look at that.
There she is.
Oh, man.
It's arguably the best prize in sport. I mean, I'm going to say this again. I know we're Texas guys. I know we're football guys. But playoff hockey, nothing compares to it, in my opinion. Nothing. You throw the records out. In most sports, the 8th seed is going to lose in the first round. In hockey, you throw that out, bro.
Yeah.
And like the Stars, I made a run all the way to Stanley Cup this year. And I'm just amazed at what this team has been able to produce on the ice, man. It's just been an amazing run. And win or lose tonight, man, it's been so fun. This has been a crazy year with COVID and everything going on.
Right.
But this has kind of taken me away a little bit from a dose of reality, and it's put a spark back in my life, man, that I needed. Well,
I think every sports fan needed something to something to relate to, because that month and was it 2 months that we were out with sports, period?
Right.
It was a long 2 months. And I mean, granted, we had that, the last dance after after the week on a Sunday, where we got, a couple episodes of it.
Right.
And it kind of gave us that break. But, oh, man, yeah, we needed that. We definitely, not only hockey, but I'm glad baseball was back and basketball. Now we're in the NBA Finals. And now football. Of course, football's back, too. So this is a positive direction that we're going in. And I will tell you, my experience with hockey was when I lived in Washington State, and we saw a minor league team play. It was the Everett Silvertips. And check this out, Clary. The funny thing is, although I wear this hat right now, and I'm a Dallas Stars fan, because I do want to root for a home team now that we are in Dallas and we're going to be here for a while. The colors of the Everett Silvertips is the same colors as the Dallas Stars.
That's awesome.
So I'm looking forward to it. And I think the only game that I didn't even see the whole game was when the Rangers beat Vancouver. Oh, I want to say in 94.
Yes, it was 94. It was
94.
Yeah.
Game 7. And obviously I was, and I caught the last 2 periods. And that's the one time I was rooting for a hockey team. And here I am now in Dallas Green. And I'm really hoping that they get to a Game 7. Because I'd hate for them to lose tonight, and because I would actually take responsibility. I'd be like, I believe it'd be my fault. That's how superstitious. Because guys, just so you know, and Clary, I know I'm talking a lot right now. I had my hat on. Tampa Bay scored. I took my hat off. Dallas scored. I said, you know what? I'm not putting that picture. I'm not putting that hat on right now. And then, of course, Clary sent me a message. You better put that shit back on.
I did, man. Hey, you know what's funny? You brought up that 94 series, man. Let me tell you about that. Vancouver lost, okay? They tore that city down. Normally, you're excited when you win. Vancouver got so pissed off when they lost, man. I was a senior in high school. And I still remember that, man. I've been a hockey fan for a long. I was one of the weird kids in El Paso, man, that watched hockey. And that was because of my dad. My dad was a big hockey fan, and we loved hockey. We originally were Boston Bruin fans growing up, man.
Oh wow!
Because we had some family in that area when they first came over to the United States. So my grandparents, came over, for the motherland, and settled up there. So we were Boston fans, like Boston Celtics, Boston, everything. And I became a Dallas Stars fan immediately when Minnesota North Stars moved to Dallas. I was like,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, and ask Ish. Ish is in here. He knows I got 2 Boston Bruins hats, Sneaky, that I still wear every now and then. I still got it's still a little piece of my heart, man. Look at there.
Look at that. That's little Nick, and that's me without a beer.
Look at that, dude. That is awesome, man.
Ish, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Where is this, man? Is this going to jump in and talk some Stars or what? Where's he at? Is he scared?
He's contemplating what he's going to say.
I think he's nervous, man.
I think he might need a hug from the Cowboys loss yesterday. I think that's what it is.
Dude. Hey, let's talk about that Cowboys loss for a second while you brought it up, man. Let's bring it up again real quick since Ish is in here. I want to say something, though, about Dak before Ish pops in here. I am more and more impressed by Dak, man. And I know he threw that interception at the end, but that's because the dude is so damn strong, man, and athletic. That's the only reason he threw the ball to an interception, man, because the dude is so big and powerful. This Cowboy team is always in the game, bro. And at 1-2, they're tied for first. That division's so trash. We're going to win the division, bro. I'm almost heart set on it now. The Cowboys are going to win that division, maybe 9-7. And hopefully we can do something in the playoffs. But, yeah. So, Ish, are you going to pop on or what?
Or 7-9. You guys might go 7-9 and win the division.
My bad. I'm doing some technical stuff back here. No, we talk about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I was saying how impressed I am with Dak, and Ish knows, Sneaky. I was not a Dak fan at first. I still a little skeptical, but dude, you can't argue what he's doing on the field, man. I mean, their defense is not helping him at all. So and the little things but I am impressed with how he's always able to keep the Cowboys in the game.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
go ahead.
I've always I've been following Dak since before he was getting drafted. I remember where I was at when he got drafted. I even said that's going to be our next starting quarterback. And at this time, he was the fourth string. A lot of people don't know that when Dak got drafted, Kellen Moore and Jamil Showers were starting over him, and he took the starting job in one game. Yeah, that's all it took is one game. But as in for what happened yesterday, I saw a lot of people put the blame on Dak, and it kind of upset me just because he almost threw for 500 yards. That last interception, he took a dude off his back and just chunked it. I mean, all of us would have done the same thing. So, and man, our defense is just it's gross. If our best player is a guy who's been out the league for 5 years,
Right.
that's.
Yeah.
I mean, we're paying Tank what, $20 million?
What did he finish with 3 sacks yesterday?
3 tackles?
3 sacks.
No, Alden Smith. Yeah, Alden Smith had 3 sacks.
Yeah, I know. That's what
Tank
I'm saying.
had nothing.
Smith, I know, but Alden Smith had 3 sacks.
But that's the problem, bro. Why is Alden Smith getting all our sacks when we're paying Tank? I don't know how many millions of dollars.
I think Alden's just fresh, man.
No, it's not that. It's not even that, though. I mean, Tank got that contract. You know what I'm saying?
But let's keep in mind though of who they're playing. They're playing the Seattle Seahawks, and
which had one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL.
Yep.
They were down to their third and fourth string.
But they keep producing though. I mean, you got Russell Wilson. He's running for his life. And I mean, the passes I saw that Russell made, like that touchdown pass for them to take the lead. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a floater. It was a floater. It could have been easily intercepted. It was in the air for at least 15, 20 minutes. I mean, my guess. But
I don't know what our safeties were doing. I have no idea.
It was like he was coming across, and apparently they didn't. Whoever the safety was back there didn't realize that he was going to come all the way across.
It's a lack of a pass rush, Sneaky.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. If you watch the tape, it was
that play, dude. I watched that play 14 times, bro. You can't. There was the free safety wasn't even there. There was nobody there.
That's the problem.
Once Russell gets out of the pocket, bro, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do.
So I was watching after the game. I was watching film just to see how, because that was three touchdowns that they were wide open for.
Right.
That usually happens once every 3 weeks. It happened 3 times in one game. Luckily, Diggs came back and made him fumble at the 1 yard line, or if not, it would have been 4, right?
Yeah.
So
he
if you check the tape, our safeties are at least one safety is supposed to creep back and not let nobody go behind you. They let Metcalf and Lockett just run past them, and they didn't notice until they're 10 yards up the field.
Did you notice
that has nothing to do with pass rush, bro? That has everything to do with our
safeties are doing. But also though, you guys, I mean, apparently when I was watching the game, Seattle was kind of confused at the type of coverage that you guys were playing. Even though you guys were playing man cover 2, Russell couldn't get the ball out, and that's what caused those 3 sacks. So at least you're total. At least you had 4 total sacks, and you were competitive, and you had a chance at the end of the game. Unlike us, we had a JV quarterback on the other side of the ball, and we made him look like a Pro Bowler. Although Martinez had a really good sack, I think we finished with 3 sacks on the day. I might be mistaken.
I know why that happened, Kiki.
Why with ours?
Exactly why that happened. Yeah.
Well,
because
y'all
have Jason Garrett as your offensive coordinator.
We dropped. He gave him a C- yesterday. Ish. Sneaky gave him a C-.
Do you want to know why y'all are losing so bad, Sneaky? And y'all can say it's his 3 games and all this and all that. Clary said it yesterday. It's a passing league.
Yes.
Daniel Jones, to me, isn't a good quarterback. I mean,
he's not, dude.
He's not. I just don't. It's just I don't see it. I mean, you could say he's still young, but in this league, you got only 4 years to deserve your second contract, and if you don't do it, I mean, look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's not a good quarterback. He's going to be gone I'm sure after this season.
Right.
Minshew, he had one good year, and I don't even think it was that good. He's probably not going to be here next year. I mean, the quarterback position, you got to think about it. It's the most popular position. It's the most needed position to win, and there's
also
only
most
32
demanding.
of them.
But it's also a demanding.
Yeah, it's also the most demanding. But think about it. Out of all the teams, there's only maybe 10 good quarterbacks, if that.
I will say this. I will say this about Daniel Jones. Yes, I'm going to defend him to the fullest because that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
All right.
But it's really hard to be a good quarterback when you're on your back. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Our offensive line is below average. I'm not going to say it's atrocious. I think I might have used that word yesterday, but I'm going to say it's below average. And until we can nip that in the butt, I mean, even Freeman, Devontae Freeman, although he looked good in a couple rushes that he had, and the running back by committee looked decent, I'll give him that. And Jones was able to get somewhat of a protection, but our line is just horrible. And I mean, I just want to see. I just want to see more from offensive line. Now I got two things. Michael, big shout out. This is on Facebook. He said, let me read what he says. He says, I want to see what Jones can do with a line. If he can learn ball security, facts. He can't. Okay, if he can't secure the ball by game 9, he isn't going to learn. I don't believe. Oh, and he also asked, and I know the answer, but I want you guys to ask. Michael asked, who's the defensive coordinator for Dallas? Seems like a coaching issue.
It's Mike Nolan.
Well,
but I don't think it's a coaching issue. I think it's just this is a whole new staff on defense, especially with our offense. We still have Kellen Moore from last year, so they're not really behind, as you can tell how many points we scored. But our defense is I think there's only one coach from the defensive side that's still back, and it's like a assistant to the assistant. So I think they just try to rush it too much. The preseason really matters now. I hate to say it because I hated the preseason games, but I need the preseason games back, because I think that's what's causing a lot of injuries all around the NFL.
Right.
And I think it's hard to evaluate your team, even though you may think it's the same from last year. It's a whole. I mean, look at Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's looking like a joke right now. He lost us part of that game yesterday. Last year, people wanted him to start over Zeke. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's so many things that go into the preseason, and
let's not talk.
I just think that real NFL is not going to be here until about week 6, week 7. And when I say real NFL, I mean everybody knows exactly what they have, and they're going to go full throttle.
When you mentioned running backs, I'm glad you brought that up, dude. And my issue on this, I would never pay a running back quarterback money, bro. I've been against it forever.
Yeah.
I've been, dude. There's not much difference in these running backs, dude. I could go find a running back right now in Dallas that could almost be comparable to Zeke, bro. I could go find it, man. The running back position is not what it used to be, and Zeke. Pollard, bro, you could just throw the running game out yesterday and say, okay, Zeke, how many balls did he drop, bro? Anyways, I mean, I don't even know what's he's not
a receiving running back.
Right, okay, dude, but he was out there catching or missing balls.
I think they didn't want Tony Pollard out there because that's 3 games in a row he's made mistakes.
I think once again they've learned from paying Zeke this year. And hopefully for once they learn from it, dude. We could easily have a better lineman, a defensive rusher, anybody instead of Zeke back there, dude.
I'm gonna have to disagree though. running backs are still part of your offense. The reason why play action works so well. No, the reason why play action works so well is you have to have a good run game. And if you have a good run game, you have a good pass game. Zeke is the best running back in the NFL. He's never had injuries. Listen. He's never had injuries. He's been consistent for what, 5 years now? Gonna be 5 years.
Has he been in the league for 5 years now?
This will be his fifth. Him and Dak came in the league at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. Zeke got the. Well, I'll tell you what. You know what Zeke's problem is? Assault. That's his problem. If he cannot get his assault, beating up people. If he cannot, get into a fight with someone or call. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm not talking about that.
He wanted that money.
I'm just talking about his suspension, whatever it is. If it's a flop, people know who you are off the field, and like us three, we'll probably go up to Zeke. Hey, what's up, dog? Dab it up, and I would probably say, yeah, I hate the Cowboys, but I respect you. Blah blah blah. You guys would probably be on his nuts, giving him the reach around or whatever, and then asking for an autograph. But other people, they're going to be pushing the bear or poking the bear. And seeing what they could do to get out of him. And as a professional, that with great powers comes great responsibility. You got to be like, all right, man, you got to get out of the situation. So I do want to say this, and I'm going to say the name wrong. Chi Abreu Martinez. Man, if I messed up your name, I'm sorry. He says, my opinion on this team, Danny needs to keep the game. Needs to keep the game without turning it over. He's going to lead the league in turnovers. I agree with that. And then he also says, Barkley, if the O-line doesn't open up lanes for Barkley, he won't get yards. I agree with that. And then our receivers are suspect. The defense is soft, 39 points by a backup QB. Oh, yeah. That goes without saying. That definitely goes without saying.
Yeah, but what I wanted to ask you this, Nikki. Okay, so how long have the Giants been bad? When was the last time y'all had an actual good season?
In my opinion, I want to say we were bad. We started becoming bad. I want to say 2013, and the reason why I say that is when Kevin Gilbride retired from the Giants. And then that's when we started getting with McAdoo, and that was Coughlin's last couple of years. And then McAdoo became the head coach. That was a debacle. Caused Eli that starting, record, Iron Man record. And then, but to answer your question in a nutshell, in my opinion, 2013. But people would say, because we made the playoffs in 2016 as a wild card. But though, in my opinion, I'll say 2013. We did actually. No, was it? I don't know if it was that year.
Dak Prescott couldn't beat y'all his rookie year. He was 0-2 against
y'all. Okay, then it was that year. Okay, 2016. What were we?
But he hasn't lost it.
Hey, you never know. It might happen week 5. It might.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Sneaky, even your own team doesn't even know if they're rebuilding or if they're trying to compete. In the past, let's say the past 5 years, what have y'all received in the draft to show that y'all are rebuilding, other than Daniel Jones?
Well, right now with his performance, I wouldn't even say Daniel Jones.
You can't even say the offensive line.
Well, yeah, because look, Eric Flowers. Our last draft picks have been suspect with leaving Beckham out of it.
Is
Eli
Beckham even a good draft pick?
I would say he was. He's
not on your team no more.
But that's how the league happens. That's what happens. And the same thing can be said about Dak. Maybe after this year, if Jerry don't pay him, he could be gone too. So that's just how the league works.
But he got traded, right? Odell got traded?
Odell did get traded to the Browns, yeah.
No, the thing I'm just trying to say is, I just feel like y'all are just in a situation where y'all don't even know what to do. If y'all honestly going to rebuild y'all's team, y'all have so many steps. Y'all's offensive line still needs a whole bunch of help.
Oh, of course.
Saquon Barkley might not even be y'all's running back in the next 2 years because they're not going to pay him after these injuries. Y'all's receivers are trash.
He already got an extension. He already got an extension to 20. I think it was a 2022. I think because of this injury, he got a now. Now to say that our receivers are trash, that's strong language.
Oh no, they're straight trash.
I mean, you can't. No. You know, Slayton. He's coming up. He's had a good chemistry with Daniel Jones. Okay, Shepard. I'll say Shepard. If he can, not get injured, I think that's his calling now. And Tate has made some good plays for us. So
he's old
at the moment. He's still making plays though. And I would still say that our receiving core is an Ingram. I mean, if Ingram to me is an average tight end, and if he were to if he didn't drop that fumble last game, I think it would have been a little different story. But at the same time, I think right now our Achilles heel is the offensive line. If we have an offensive line, then we can compete. And then once we put that offensive line together, then we need to come up with a pass rush. Our DBs, we're set on DBs. Defensive rush, our front four defensively, we're hurting. Offensive line, we're hurting. So we can fix those. We'll be all right. Now, you got to remember, although Nate Soldiers, I would say he's maybe average lineman from with the Patriots, he was outstanding. But with
up
us,
there in age as well.
He was, I'll say average. If he didn't opt out, maybe we'd be having a different conversation. But again, that's a different, that's one person on a 5-man offensive line. So.
Exactly.
What are you doing, Claire? Are you just chilling?
I'm just waiting for the stars, man. Honestly, dude. I'm listening to you guys, but not a lot's imputing in my brain.
Can I talk about the stars?
Yes. Well, wait. Before we
give me a sec. No, go ahead. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I just want to So Chia Martinez says this team is too young, which I agree. And again, I'm so sorry I'm jacking up your name. Michael said Tate needs to step up into the slot role like Cruz did. Facts. But Slayton would have to make more plays for that to happen, which I agree. Giants need to score 24. Oh, I'm sorry. Chia says, I'm just calling Martinez. Martinez says Giants needs to score 24 plus points to compete in this league. And that, you know what? That's what license plate guy said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you can have a great defense in this league and you're still going to give up 20 points in this league, bro, even with a great defense. This is the way it is, man. With all the calls, you can't play the receivers hard anymore. You can't hit them, everything for the passing game. You're going to have to score, bro.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, man. But I look, dude, I've always not been a big believer when someone says you're rebuilding. This is not the 90s, 80s, 70s, bro. This is a win now league. This is a win now league with free agency. You can go after people. So I've never once the way the free agency hit, it's a win now league, bro. There's no building anymore, dude. You might build in college because you got a freshman QB, but we're the NFL, bro. We're winning now, man. We're winning today. No rebuilding shit. That's all over, dude. That type of football is over, man.
Obviously, I am a diehard Giants fan forever. I am never. I mean, when people see me, I think that's one of the first things they realize before they actually know my name. So I'm going to say this. So I've been getting a lot of razzing as a Giants fan as of late. But the best meme I saw today, and I know when I say it, you guys will always bring it up. The meme I saw today was, and it made me laugh. I was so mad. I wasn't even mad. I was just like, I just had to be like, that was good. That was good. The NY, excuse me, the NY in New York stands for next year.
Hey, I've heard that too, man. I've heard that too from you guys.
That's the first time I've heard that. Oh my God.
I mean, let's just be real. Let's just be real about everything. The division's bad. This is the year to sneak in at 7-9, 8-8. This is going to be the year.
I haven't even talked about the Eagles yet. Jesus Christ.
We haven't even talked.
As my Lord and Savior. Amen. Jesus.
The Eagles are just bad, bro. Also, they're just bad. And they're hurt. They're beat up too. Their
whole line,
their quarterback is garbage.
I said that yesterday, Ish. Did you hear? I said Wentz,
garbage. Mitch Trubisky is gonna be if Daniel Jones ain't careful, he'll be the next Mitchell Trubisky.
You know what?
They'll sign somebody to take his spot.
You're almost on par with that, bro. I agree with that, man. And I talked about Nick Foles a little bit yesterday, man. The guy to me is goated. He's always going to be goated to me in like that not like Brady goated, but like that big game goated Foles, baby. When Foles straps it up, man, he's going to go in that game to win that fucker, dude. Excuse my language.
He's the Doug Flutie of our generation.
So
right. You're right, Ish.
Big shout out to Mike again. He says, as a combined record, this is the combined Eastern Eastern Division. We are 2-9-1.
Right.
As a division right now.
Right.
2-9-1.
Hey, I watched Haskins play yesterday too, and let me tell you, he looked bad. Haskins looked bad yesterday. I don't even know how they won that. I don't even know how they won a game with him, bro. He looked horrible. So
we're watching. Oh, this Monday night's about to be lit.
Oh, it's gonna be all hockey for me, David. It's gonna be all hockey for me. But
I'm probably gonna watch the hockey game, and I might have it on my phone as well. So Martinez said, never thought the NFC East would be the weakest division in the NFL. I know we talked about it yesterday. I remember when there was only three divisions, 3 wild cards, and those 3 wild cards, let's say the Giants made the playoffs as the Eastern Division champs, but you still had the Redskins and you still had the Cowboys. So the 4 teams in the playoffs, in the NFC playoffs, would represent the NFC. The only team that didn't go in was the Arizona Cardinals. And this was like more than 1 year. The years that it didn't happen, it was like a shock. It was a surprise.
Well, now that they added extra postseason spots, I mean, it still gives a person in our division a chance to make the playoffs. I mean, it's only been 3 weeks. I mean, we're 1-2, but I mean, we got such a long way to go. And I think everybody's not even looking forward to our division because I think they know the Cowboys are going to win it. Usually they're still because I mean, shit, me and Mark have seen this many times. Everybody will be still at the same level in the beginning, and there'll be panic. Oh, who's going to win a division? I think this is the first year in maybe 5 or 6 years, where we honestly feel comfortable where we could be like, we're gonna win. We're gonna win the division. I mean, I don't see nobody even coming close.
My neighbor today, dude, goes 1-2. I said, yeah, we're still gonna win the freaking division, bro. What about it, dude? Who cares?
You got a quarterback that can throw 500 yards a game. Yeah, you're gonna win the division.
So I gotta give a quick shout out to Ruben. He's part of the podcast out in Brazil. Zona Gigantes. He says on Facebook, he says, remove that hat, bro. Go Rangers.
I don't even think they didn't even make the postseason.
Yeah, dude. The Rangers suck. The Islanders did good. The Islanders did good, but the Rangers suck.
Yeah, he should have listened to the beginning of the pod. Oh, and also too, I owe him and his crew a big apology. After the game, he wanted to go live, or he wanted me to go live with them. I was so distraught of our loss, of losing to the JV team. I lost. I mean, I was like in another world. I was in another realm. So, Ruben, I hope you hear this. I'm sorry. He said Brazil, not Spain. You know what? Ruben, I'm sorry. He's in Brazil. Yo.
You know y'all have lost to that quarterback twice? No, y'all played him twice. I'm sorry. Y'all
We won the first time. Yeah, we won the first
He's
time.
not a bad quarterback. He beat all Brett Favre's record in down there in
Southern Miss.
What's that called? Yeah, Southern Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still no constellation.
Oh, but
yesterday.
Before we lose time, I want to show some star stats real quick. I'll be back.
Yes.
Oh yeah, do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Giants need to run a spread offense. All these 2-3 tight ends is a dead giveaway for the run. It doesn't.
That's your coordinator, buddy.
Yeah,
that's your coordinator, buddy. We dealt with that coordinator for years, man. He gives everything away, dude. If you're sitting at home and you can call the plays, your coordinator sucks. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think Daniel Jones can. I mean, Daniel Jones can't run the spread offense. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about hockey. Here we go.
So just notice real quick. Look at that Heiskanen guy, Sneaky. Okay, that's a defenseman. Now, if the Stars end up coming back and winning this, Heiskanen might win the playoff MVP, which in hockey is a greater achievement than the regular season MVP. I just want to throw that out there. In the sport of hockey, it is. It's actually considered a greater achievement. And Heiskanen, dude, what he has done is absolutely amazing, bro. And he's a defenseman, and he has 26 freaking points. And if you're not a hockey fan, so let me. A lot of you all aren't hockey fans. So in hockey, points are goals and assists combined. Okay, goals and assists combined. And so that's how they base it a lot of. And look at that, man. That is an amazing number our defenseman is putting up.
So now let me get this correct. So he has 20 assists, right?
Right.
Okay, and how assists was very similar to basketball. Like if I were to throw you the puck, not throw you the puck, but if I were to pass the puck to you, you score a goal, I get the assist.
Well, it's a little different, okay? There could be two assisters on a goal. The last two guys that touch the puck both get an assist in hockey.
Oh, okay.
So because they want to make a continuous play. You know, if it's a breakaway, if it's a pass goal, you're going to get two guys on the assist. If Heiskanen throws the puck at the net and the goalie blocks it and Pavelski puts it in, Heiskanen gets an assist on that as well. Because it's just a different sport kind of in that setup as well. But that shows how much times Heiskanen is in control of the puck. He's around the goal. He's doing a lot of stuff, and that's how hockey is assist to scored. You can get two guys on a play that get an assist.
So now with the points, how the points work? How many points do you get for a goal, and how many points do you get for an assist?
Just one. Yeah, just one.
So it's 1-1, right? So if I score a goal and I have an assist, I scored 2 points that night.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And then a big number, it's not as big as it used to be, but plus and minus in hockey is a real big stat. And what that is, Sneaky, you'll show sometimes a player during a game is a +2. That means he was on the ice for +2 goals. So let's say, that the whole team gets a plus when you're on the ice. That's how plus.
It's the same thing as basketball. It's the same thing as basketball.
Right.
Okay, like when you're on the court, the points go up if you're on the coin, or if you're on the court, it's the same thing if you're on the ice. It's just your possibilities go up a little bit more.
Yeah, they really look at it more in hockey than any other sport, dude. It is what it is. So that plus minus, you'll see sometimes, and sometimes the numbers are off because you could be on the penalty kill, which your numbers are not going to be as good. That's why they don't really consider that great. You could be a great penalty killer, but you're always on the short end of the stick because if you give up a goal, that goes against your stats. But since you're one of the best penalty killers, you're always out there. So, but I don't really look at plus and minus as much as I used to anymore because of that. I more look at the points. The total points is what I look at.
Honestly, if we had the defense from last year, we would have won the Stanley Cup already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
We gave up. We had the best power play kill out of the whole league.
We were doing
Ben
good
Bishop-
up until this freaking
Ben
series.
Bishop was, yeah, you're right.
I mean, we were doing good on the kill, bro, up until this series. We got to stay out of the box, man.
Yeah,
That's what's been killing us. Bradulov has been killing us with the dumbest hook calls. But this is who I really think is what's the reason why we've been, have a chance to win the Stanley Cup is Pavelski. I wasn't a big fan of his signing in the beginning of the season. Now, Sneaky, I don't know if you know this. We just got him this year, and he's been in the league for a minute. And a lot of Stars fans didn't like him. But now that the record that he broke during the postseason, it just shows how much he means to the sport of hockey. And for him to even have, if it's just one season or two seasons, and with the Stars, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, 13 goals in the postseason is for a dude who was on the second line, third line most of the time. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, Jamie Benn, he's the captain as of backing up his players, but I feel like Pavelski is more of our captain, as in he's been there before, and he's not scared of the moment. Because I think Sagan, when he went to the Stanley Cup, he wasn't really a star yet. He was still young. He was a rookie, I believe.
Yeah, he won a Stanley Cup with Boston Bruins his rookie year.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So his experience is different to me.
Well, Ish or Clary, whoever, explain to me when you were talking about first or second line. What do you guys mean? And shifts too. I noticed they were talking about shifts. What help me out with that terminology. What does that mean?
It's you usually start with you play 3 or 4 lines. You play 4 lines technically, but you start with you have a first line team, and it's not like it used to be. Again, things have changed over the years. Your first line is not technically your best line, although most of the time it is, because you'll see teams start the game with a second line as well. It's just about matchups. But so you got a first line, you got 3 forwards, 2 wingers and a center and 2 defensemen. And there's a line right there. And they play on shifts because hockey's so demanding. So, you just shift, rotate in and out of lines. And the third and fourth lines, the Stars actually, I believe, have a stronger third and fourth line than Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay's 1 and 2 lines are stronger than ours. So our third line flies, bro. Flies. They're the fastest guys on the ice. But they're just not big and strong and powerful. As our first and second line are. So it's just a different type of hockey that's out there too, man. It's a whole change of game with different lines and perspectives, and that's why they play that way, man. Just a different scene, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, can I add a little bit on that as well? Yeah. With the whole line situation, now the defensive players, they're the ones that play the most on the ice.
Right.
There's times where Heiskanen, I think he's only misses about 2 or 3 minutes the whole game sometimes. I mean, he's on the ice and he scores. So obviously. I think he needs to come up big because he hasn't scored since, I want to say, I don't even think he scored game 1. So he hasn't scored since we played Vegas.
Right.
So I think he's going to be our breakout player this game.
I think Sagan needs to score, dude. And I've said this 3 games ago.
He's got the points.
I know.
We played Vegas first round, right? First round was Vegas.
Yeah. No, we played Vegas in the
Colorado
conference finals. It was Colorado. No.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Conference finals, yeah.
Conference finals in Vegas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we played Colorado first.
What was different about this year? I mean, what I mean with the whole COVID thing, other than last year, because then there was no play-in games, no play-in tournaments in this one.
No, basically they played a full season last year, and we ran up against the eventual Stanley Cup champions and forced a game 7 in the second round, and we lost an overtime.
Game 7 I've ever seen.
Yeah, we lost an overtime of that game, and we lost the eventual Stanley Cup champs. That was a good Stars team last year, man. Don't take people forget that was a good team.
Zuccarello was a baller.
Yeah, Zook. We lost Zook to free agency. Ish was upset about that. But what we brought in, not only Pavelski, but we brought in a Corey Perry from Anaheim. Two legit goal scorers, older, and both hated by Dallas Stars fans. It's crazy. I hated Corey Perry more than I hated Pavelski. I absolutely hated Perry when he played us. And then
that's like if y'all got Romo. or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Or
So for
DeMarcus
Perry
Lawrence
to
or
come
something
in-
like that.
But look who scored all our goals
Oh,
last
hell
game.
no.
Look who scored our goals last game. It was Perry and Pavelski, the two
Yeah.
dudes I hated the most. I mean, come on,
And
boys.
they're not simple goals. They're scoring nice. I mean, I'm talking about they're moving the stick well, but we're just not getting lucky bounces like Tampa is. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I gotta put this out there real quick. This is what David says. Why don't you read the chat? We tried to, brother. We tried to. We try and
I don't
melt it
see
in
nothing,
the conversation.
I don't know how to control anything myself. So my excuse is I'm stupid.
He wants
David.
to talk about his Bills. I mean,
so you're a hockey fan, David? Well, who's your team, bro? Let me know. I'll talk to you, man.
He said Tampa.
Dude, see, bro, I can't. Who's really a Tampa Bay fan, bro? You know,
Exactly.
I call BS on that. I call BS, David, right away. You're from New York. You're a Giants fan, but anybody other than people living in Tampa Bay cannot be a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, bro. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I did see like how they were showing the Tampa Bay Lightning fans in Tampa, celebrating their chance of winning the cup. And I remember it was funny. The wife and I were sitting there watching TV, and because she asked who's Dallas playing against in the Stanley Cup, I said, "Oh, we're playing against Tampa Bay," and she's like, "Wait, Tampa Bay's in Florida," and then she's like, "Oh, wait. We're in Dallas." So yeah, that's a legit hockey team. I'm really excited for tonight. I can't wait. But before we go, you got anything to say, Clary?
No, I want to say I'm gonna give you a little prediction on the score though. And I said it earlier. I'm gonna say 3-1 Stars. I say Sagan gets a netter. I say it's gonna be 2-1 late, and we get an empty netter to clinch 3-1. Go to Game 7. Let's go Stars.
Ish, you got anything?
I just want to shout out to all my brothers and sisters out there who have served or who are serving right now. I just want y'all to know you are not forgotten. I just want to give a quick shout out to just all the fans out there, man. I mean, I appreciate everything. A little show off the shirt the wife got me. Best show ever, right here. If y'all don't know about it. Yes, sir.
I've never seen one episode
because you're a loser. But yeah, that's all I got. Let's get it.
Well, I mean, this is going to be another hockey game for me. I'm hoping to see a couple home runs, maybe a 3-pointer and a touchdown, maybe even a no-hitter. You never know. Might even get a strike. We might even get a strike. Anyway, everybody, I want to say I challenge all of you to make someone smile. Be the blessing. Let every day count. And I got to give a quick shout out to dresscomfy.com for all the Truce apparel that she's helping us out with. Please check out her site. She has shirts for Sneaky G-Man, Clary, Truce Podcast, and she even has her own. She has good products, and get a shirt or two. And that being said, thank you all for watching. We love you guys. Be positive in everything you do. Make every day count. And let's go Giants. Ow!